yet because I just popped in. This is a surprise video, an evening video, an evening chit chat for those of you who can't talk with me during the early mornings in the USA. So we're doing this at 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. What is that? 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, 8 o'clock Atlantic Time. That's all the times I know off the top of my head. I know that there are others who'll be watching, but anyway. So I'm excited to try this in the evening, see if it works for you. Mr. B, I need one more light. Where could it be from? How about that one right over there? Or I could turn this way a little bit. Let me just turn this way a little bit. I still need more light. Yeah, that one right there would be good.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Hi, Deb Cruz. Haven't seen you in forever. This one, baby, right there. How are you? And Dickie Talmadge and Debbie Ernst and Mary Sellers. Debbie Ernst is my Deb Cruz and Debbie Ernst are both members of my 20% club. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. Thank you, Mr. B. So this is a surprise live chat to see how it goes, to see if people would like to have me talk to them in the evening. Diane said, "Hi, Kat. Thanks for your message on Patreon the other day. You are very welcome. My pleasure." Rachel Stark, good evening, Rachel. August Reed, hey, surprised to see you. Surprise. Yasmin Sierra, hi, Kat. Deb said, in Arizona, caregiving for the next several months. Oh, Deb, I'm sorry that that is a situation in your life, but I'm glad you can do it. Hey, Bets, how are you doing? Bets E. Have I had you on here before, Betsy? Or Bets? Lita, well, hello. What a beautiful surprise. You're welcome. Lisa Iao giving me lots of love. Thank you, Lisa. So we're here to just have a little chit chat. What would you like to talk about this evening? Have you had some challenges this week so far? We're already in Wednesday, so it's the middle of the week. Just getting into springtime. So hopefully things are warming up for you. It's actually pretty cold today. Mr. B and I bought some property up here in Northwest Alabama. We're in the process of purchasing that, and we bought something called a UTV for it. That's a utility, I can't think what it's called, terrain vehicle or something like that. It's a side-by-side, if you know what that is. It holds two people. It's got a lot of oomph. It has little spiky tires and has a little dump truck kind of thing on the back end. It's like a really souped-up golf cart, and it's perfect for our property, so Mr. B can ride around on our 5 acres. So anyway, we had that delivered today, and it was so cold because the wind was blowing. Mr. B said, "What day is it?" It's Happy Hump Day, everyone. Mr. B is a little bit nutty.
Utility travel vehicle.
A utility travel vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, it's a utility travel vehicle. So anyway, let me straighten these out. There we go. It's pretty fun. Her name is Black Beauty. We don't have a horse, so I guess she's our workhorse. Anyway, we got her. We tried to cover her with the tarp in the wind. It was crazy. Betsy said, "It's been a while since I've joined live, but I've been watching you for quite a while. I'm glad you could join the live then." Mary says, "How wonderful. So happy for y'all. Thank you, Mary." Diane says, "Hello, Mr. B."
Hey.
Hey, Diane.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Diane. Diane doesn't live in the United States, so she probably doesn't know. Oh, Mary Sellers knows. Okay.
Everybody knows Roll Tide.
Mary Sellers. Yes, she did. All right. So I'm open for questions. I already have 2 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Open for questions on decluttering your home, decluttering your life in some way. You may have noticed, if you haven't already heard me talk about this on my Monday live, that I changed my title. Hi, Mr. B from Dickie.
Hey, Dickie.
Hey, Dickie. So I changed the title to Declutter Your Life with Kat, because I still teach the Flylady system, but I teach it my way, which is through lots and lots of experience. And I have lots of people who have graduated and are doing a great job. I have some people who came back for a little tweak. Sometimes that happens. Today I've been talking to, I did, what's that little thing called? The 1 minute thing?
You started doing daily morning shorts.
A short. I do a short now on, I guess it's on here. And on there, I put little things, and tomorrow's is going to talk about if you fell off the wagon, jump back on. And I started thinking about that because today when I was talking, and yesterday when I was talking to some clients, that was something that they felt bad about. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. I want you to know that it's a normal thing and that if you're disciplined, you can jump back on. So just step right back on. Okay. Let me see who just popped in here.
You're 20%.
Smiles a lot, Mama. How many toys and stuffies should a child ideally have or need? I'm working on downsizing toys for my kids. I can't give you a number. Um, some children share some toys, some children have their own toys. Personalities are different, things they like are different. What I suggest is that you look at when they're playing and see what they're not playing with. And even though they might even pull it out and put it on the floor, if they're not playing with it, put that away for now. You don't have to throw it away or give it away. Just put it away in a place they can't see. Don't let them know you took it, because if you do, it's like, no, my toy. Don't do that. When they're napping or they're not in the room or they're outside or whatever, you go through their toys and you say, you know what? I had a client today tell me this. She said, I hate to say this, but some of the toys they don't like, I like better than they do. I wish they liked them. So I keep them in there because I want them to play with them. So if that might be your issue, another issue a lot of times is people have birthday parties and all the people come and bring gifts. My suggestion is ask people not to bring gifts to the birthday party. You're already going to give your child a gift. It's not about the gifts. They have plenty of toys. They're going to get new toys from you. They certainly don't need bunches of other toys. Unless you need bunches of other toys, I would say, please don't bring a gift. It's your call. You don't have to do that, but that would be my suggestion. And the kids will have a ball at the party anyway, right? Okay, unless your child is older and is used to getting gifts, then you're kind of stuck. But if you have little kids, that's what I would say. Little kids, just say no gifts. We're going to have a party, no gifts. And also that would mean more children will probably come because, as you know, when you have to bring a gift and you don't have one, you just as soon forget to take your child to the party. Okay, so the bottom line is look at what they're playing with, what they really enjoy playing with. Clear off the things they don't play with. Put that in. It could be as simple as a green garbage bag or some kind of covered tote that you put away where they can't see it, they can't see through it. It's in the garage, it's out of sight. And if they say, Mommy, where's my Mr. Beanie doll? Or whatever, you could say, oh, I'll have to look for that. Maybe you took something they really like to have near them. And so you go get that one and maybe switch it for another toy. But you figure out how many toys your kids are happy with. You will discover your children are happier with less. More is overwhelming. And also toys that cause them to use their imagination. And sometimes you have to teach your children how to use their imagination. So you want to talk to them about making things up, or you can play with them and show them how to use their imagination. If you have a little boy or little girls who like to do this, if you have toy trucks and things, you take it outside and play in the sand and say, oh, we're going over here and we're building this building or we're building a road and here's what we're doing and oh, we need more sand and we need to go over there and see what else we need. I think we need some gravel. When you're we used to make roads at my grandmother. She had a huge sand area and we played with all my cousin. I have 32 first cousins. There were a lot of boy toys there, not millions, but some. And we played with them in the sand, all the little girls and boys. So you might have a little girl you're playing with Barbie dolls with her and you're saying, okay, let's go to the beach. And you go to the beach and you say, before we go to the beach, we need to put on our suntan lotion and let's put on our bathing suit and let's wear a cover up and let's go to the beach. Oh, it feels so nice here. Can you hear the birds? And all that kind of stuff. So you're teaching your child how to use their imagination. Lay on a blanket in the yard. Look at the clouds. What are those clouds? There goes a teddy bear. Can you see him? See his ears? See his nose? See his little tail? See his feet and arms? That's a teddy bear. Can you see it? Yeah. You want me to take a picture of it? Sure. Just whatever. Play with your children in that way so that they learn to use their imaginations. That way they'll play with their toys that require imagination and have a whole lot more fun than something that buzzes, spins, ticks, jumps, and all those things and makes it less fun, actually. Okay. So I hope I answered that question for you. Smiles a lot, Mama. I can't remember your first name. I apologize. Hi, Karen Sunstein.
20%.
She is a 20%er. Yay, she caught us live. Yay, because we're at night. Sandy. Thank you, Sandy.
Lucy Mark.
Lucy Mark is here. Just talked to her today. 20%er. Yay. Good to have you. On our 20%er club, we're giving away another $50 membership.
Let's give 2 things away. Just one?
Mm-hmm. We give more than anybody. We're giving a $50 membership for our next membership club meeting, a $50 mentorship, which is 2 free mentor sessions. So if you're already lined up with me to be mentored, you just won't have to pay 1 month. Amanda S. is also one of our 20 percenters. Hey, an evening live. So excited. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. So glad you're here. We don't have a lot of people on. We'll see if this is going to be successful or not, but I didn't announce it. I just want to see who happens to be out there. And we might get some new people who've never seen it before, might jump in, might say, what's this? And if you're here, hey, Mr. B says, want to be personally mentored by Kat? Join Kat's special mentoring Patreon channel and be in this special private group. Thank you, Mr. B. You can be in there. Hey, Marty Watson, my sister. You can be in that mentorship. Has she?
I don't know. She's not a 20%.
Marty, are you a Patreon?
Marty, are you a 20%er?
No, Marty's not a 20%er.
Oh, my goodness.
No, Marty's not a 20%er. Hi, Kat and Mr. B. Hi, Amy West. Good to see you again. I got distracted, so I forgot what I was saying, but I'm sure it was interesting. Amy Guest, my first live in ages. Happy to see you guys. Great to have you here, Amy. 2 Amy's in a row. Marty says, yes, I'm on Patreon. No, that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about mentorship, which is on YouTube.
No, membership.
I mean, membership on YouTube. Your videos and Patreon are very inspiring. Thank you, Diane. Diane, so sweet. Okay, girlies, questions, comments, concerns? What's been bothering you? What have you had a hard time with? Don't be ashamed or embarrassed to ask your question, because there will be other people who will watch this later and have the same question. So I'm here to help. I'm here to offer my expertise. This is free. This is not charged for right here. Mary Sellers, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you, Mary. Thumbs up, everybody.
Thumbs up are good.
And when you think about it, when you're watching the YouTube video, like the Wednesday one, if you put comments on there, that's very helpful, and also thumbs up on that as well, because it helps YouTube know that people like this video system, this system that I'm teaching. Okay. Anyway, on Patreon, you can join for as little as $5 a month, and that gives you 5 videos a week. And I set them up so that in the morning on the United States, you can watch them in the bed and you'll be ready for the day. Marty says, I have a sister that will tell me what to do, so I am not in the mentor thingy. No, it's not a mentor thing. It's a mini mentorship. It's a special group called membership. The 20 percenters. It's not called that. You can't see that anywhere. It's a membership.
It does say that. Yes, it does.
You wrote it in there?
No, when they click on the join, it tells them it's the 20%.
It does say the 20% club?
Of course.
I let Mr. B do that part. So if anything's not right, you let Mr. B know. But I will tell you what to do, little sis. Karen said, anytime I need motivation, I go back and rewatch the video, either on YouTube or Patreon. Thank you very much, Karen. Marty gets all the advice she never wanted. Now, Marty, no, I don't do that to you, do I, darling? I don't. I don't do that to my children. I don't do that to my sisters. I try from time to time, but I don't get away with it.
What did you say?
A prophet hath no honor in his hometown.
That's what Jesus said.
That's what Jesus said. So it's true. Marty listens to me, though. Patty always tells me that she started me out because she gave me the book in 1982 from the Sidetracked Home Executives. So she doesn't want to listen to me because she gave me the book that started me off. But anyway, Mary Sellers, I've been decluttering, but I always let my girls look through what I'm giving away. Then the clutter never leaves the house. Any suggestions on this? Yes. You tell your girls, is there anything in mind that you want first before you ever declutter? Is there anything of mine that you want? You give them an opportunity. And then if they come in and they say, Mom, I'd really like that. And you say, yeah, I bet you would. That's my favorite, blah, blah, blah. You can't have that. But maybe they want some things that turn out to be things you're going to give away. But just one time, what do you want? And if I don't want it, you can have it. Come over. And then after that,
they're teens.
Oh, well, they're teens. Well, then they're already there. Just say, whatever you want, you can have it, but it has to stay in your room. And after that, I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to give things away. Now, unless your teens have a real problem with not wanting anything to be gone, you don't even have to tell them that part. Just say, I'm going to ask you one time, is there anything you want? That's all I need to know. Then I'm going to start decluttering. And then you declutter. You don't let them. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm thinking out loud. You're saying because every time you try to give it away, they take it back. Okay, here's what you do. Do they go to school away from home? Marty says, as sisters, we tell each other what to do, but we don't get upset if the advice isn't taken. That's cool. That's true, Marty. I almost said that's crazy, Marty. That's not what I meant. So, Mary, are your kids out of the house during the day, or are they home all day? Are they doing school from home, or what's happening? That's what my question is.
There she goes. She tells you.
I don't have it yet. I don't have her yet. Am I in top chat, not live chat? Let me double check.
Yeah.
I'm in live chat, so we're supposed to be. Yep.
Well, she said that she.
Hold on, I'll see if I see it.
The house, because the teens won't never let it leave.
Yeah, but if the kids are gone from your teenagers are gone sometime during the day, they're at school. Excellent. That's when you declutter. And here's what you do. This is the trick. You need a bag, a box, and a basket. When you're decluttering, you put in the basket things you want to keep and put away in other parts of the house or in that part of the house that you're working on. In the garbage bag, things you want to throw away. That needs to be like a dark green garbage bag or a black garbage bag that nobody can see through. And you're going to tie it up, put it in the bottom of the garbage can so no one says, Mom, why are you throwing this away? And the giveaway goes in the back of your car in a box. Put a blanket over the top or something like that. Hi, Mimi Chapman. Put a box top or whatever. And on Thursdays, that's your day you take it to give away. So they probably won't dig through it back there in the back of the car. If they tend to, then just tie them up in a green bag, the things you want to give away. So they won't be getting into that. Just say that's some old clothes or whatever. And then you can give away things to the Goodwill, okay? And get it out of your house. I hope that helped you. All right. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. Next question, concern, comment, things you're having troubles with. 33 of you on here now, 16 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I just noticed you could see my yoga mat right there.
Where?
Right there. Look where I'm pointing.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a yoga mat in case you wanted to know. In case you wondered what that was every time. That's my yoga mat. Mary says, that was very helpful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, next question. Next. Please, please, come on. I know you're typing with your little fingers. You have questions, comments, or concerns. In the meantime, I'll share some of my wisdom with you about cleaning your house. And this is so true. Self-discipline is never fun. Self-discipline can feel very unfun. But the peace that comes from having self-discipline because you do your work is so worth that little bit of unfunness that you have to put yourself through, okay? My vanity is always a mess. How do I manage it? That smiles a lot, Mama Sandy. And Kathy Jones said, hi, Kat. What a surprise to find you live tonight. Hey, Kathy. And Mimi said, it's what I need. Yay, Mimi. Okay, so your vanity is always a mess. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you need to declutter. You probably have, does your vanity have any place to store under it? Like some drawers and things? If it does, then those need to be cleaned out and you need to put in there the things you really need. A vanity, I'm assuming you mean a place where you put on your makeup and fix your hair. So you might have hair products, hair thingies, hairbrush, and makeup, lotions, things like that. So a lot of times we collect that stuff over time and we have stuff we never use or rarely, if ever, use that can be taken out. You need to take it down to what you really truly love, need, and use. Once you get it taken down, then you have, if you have drawers under there or some kind of storage under the vanity, then you'll have a place to keep those things. And then you will have no stuff on the top, because the nicest thing on a vanity is maybe a pretty hairbrush and a mirror or a bottle of perfume. You don't want to have piles of things out there because it gets dusty and nasty, and you probably, if you are leaving it out there, aren't taking the best care of it, whatever it is, okay? Let me say hi to some people who just popped on. I saw that. Let's see. Kathy says, first live I've caught in a long time. Yes, thank you, Kat. Yay, thank you, Kat. Cassidy Sloan, hello from Korea. Hi, Cassidy. Been watching you for years. Thank you, Cassidy. I think you've talked to me before, haven't you? I think your name sounds familiar. Patricia Lloyd, I struggle with the 10 minutes allocated to tasks. I am comfortably able to complete tasks in 20 minutes. What are your feelings about extending time allowance? You really want to know? I'm talking, when I say 10 minutes, that's the 10 minutes in each of the 6 areas that you do on your weekly home blessing hour. That's the 10 minutes. So that is 1 hour. In order to reach 1 hour, you cannot spend more than 10 minutes in each area. So I know you're struggling with it. My daughter Karen struggled with it so much, especially the vacuuming. She said, Mom, my house is too big. I can't do this. I said, pick 5 rooms and do each room for 2 minutes. I'll come over and help you. Some of you have heard this story, but I'm going to repeat it for those of you who haven't heard it. So we started in her bedroom. She had 2 minutes. Remember, you're just getting traffic patterns. So she had carpet up there. She vacuumed the middles of her bedroom, around the bed and in the middles. She might have even had her master bathroom a little bit. But she had 2 minutes. I said, time's up. Let's go to the hall. That was her next choice. We did the hallway. She vacuumed it in 2 minutes. I said, good, time's up. Let's go to the next room. Let me remember what she did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, she has a loft upstairs. She did the loft for 2 minutes. Time's up. Let's go downstairs. We went downstairs. She did the living room. I said, time's up. She said, no, no, Mom, don't. No, I have to finish this area. This is where the dog lays. And she was in front of the couch she had one of those big cushions that's like a chair, which is also a coffee table, big one of those. And she's between that and the couch just to vacuum in. And I said, I'm sorry, your time's up. And I unplugged her plug. And she went and said, next room. But Mom, next room. So she took it at the time she was homeschooling, she had a homeschooling room, and she did that room for 2 minutes. She kept talking about this the whole time she finished all of her work, but she did her whole house in 10-minute increments. And in 1 hour, she said, Mom, this looks great. And she called me later on and she said, Mom, I can't believe that we did my house in 1 hour. Because I didn't do a thing. I'm hands-free. I just said, here's what you do. And I unplugged that one thing. That's all I did. Encouraged her. She called me a couple days later and she said, I still can't get over how good my house looks from just doing that for 1 hour. And I got the whole house done. Now she has 2 more bedrooms upstairs. Those are her kids' rooms. They were older and they were responsible for their rooms. So she didn't do their rooms. And you could do those rooms in zone 3 if you had little kids. But that's what she did. And she said, the one thing I would do different is I would start in that place between the couch and the cushion thing. I would start there because that's where Ashley lays. And then I would just hit the rest of the room in like a minute. She said, but I still think I could do that room in 2 minutes. And so that's how she finally learned to do her house in an hour. Now, if you have, like I have one client with a 7,000 square foot home. If you have a 7,000 square foot home, you need to have somebody help you clean your house. You don't have enough time to clean a 7,000 square foot home by yourself.
Too much house.
Yeah, it's too much house for one person. But a person who can afford a 7,000 square foot home can afford to have help in their home. But if you have a 1,400 square foot home and it's just you and your husband, or you and your husband and 2 kids, or whatever, or a 1,600 or a 2,000 or 2,500 or 3,000 square foot home, you can do it in 1 hour. My daughter's home is about 3,000 square feet. And she did it. You're not cleaning the house. You're blessing the house. The deep cleaning comes when you're working in the zones once the clutter is gone from that room. So let's say, for example, the loft upstairs. Once Karen had all the electronics put away on her shelves properly, and she'd cleaned those out and put games where she wanted and had the room arranged and didn't have anything else in there, then she could begin deep vacuuming in that room because the dog was up there too. Deep vacuuming in that room, cleaning under the cushions, cleaning behind the couch, cleaning the windowsills, the windows, the ceiling fan, the furniture. Those things you do in 15-minute increments. It doesn't mean you do the whole room in 1 week. We are changing the way you clean house. The reason you're here is because you probably have some clutter, and the reason you have clutter is because you are looking at how to clean your house in an old-fashioned way or a way that doesn't work for you. This is a newer way to clean your house. It's based on the Flylady system. Blessing your house makes it feel better so you can handle it during the week while you're continuing to declutter. Deep cleaning makes it really nice. And at some point, your whole house will be decluttered. It takes 15 minutes 4 times a week for at-home homemakers. 1 hour Saturday mornings for payroll homemakers who are home on the weekend. If you're a nurse and you're off on Wednesdays, then you take that day to do the 1 hour, okay? And then you do your weekly home blessing hour. Most of us do that on Monday, but you can pick any day during the week. At-home homemakers, payroll homemakers, that also will be Saturday morning. So a payroll homemaker needs to put aside 2 hours for Saturday morning. So get up just like you're going to go to work, put on your apron, and hit it. You can do it. Do your morning routine, get that done. Get some help. If you have a family living with you, you are not the maid, you are not the housekeeper, you're the homemaker. And as a homemaker, you are the only mother and the only homemaker and the only nurturer in this house. And you're in charge of letting people know that you have a desire for them to help you and tell them what you like them to do. But don't overwhelm them or be picky or a perfectionist, or you will lose them. Okay, let's see what I've got for questions. Lots of good questions. I hope that was good for you. I hope that didn't sound like a rant. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Nancy's in Hawaii. She's in Hawaii.
She was one of our winners.
I know.
Okay. First winner,
Okay, where was I? Okay, so that was Patricia. So Patricia, I hope that helped. Eva Soshaki. What advice can you give to make yourself stop when the 15 minutes is up and pencils down when decluttering? I get so excited by the progress that I want to keep on going for 2 more hours. That's called the deep dive. That's very common with people with ADD, even a very light form of ADD, that we want to do the deep dive. What happens when you do the deep dive? You might go for 2 hours or 4 hours or until you drop. And what happens is the next day you're exhausted and you never want to do that again. And that room stays untouched until it's a cluttered mess again. It's not a good process for a sidetracked human being like we are. You just give it 15 minutes and you say, ideally, you pick a place that you're going to work on. So let's say in your bedroom, let's say that you say, I'm going to clean the top of my bedside table. I'm just going to clean it off. I have books up there. I've got knickknacks up there. I've got a coffee cup up there from a week ago. I've got my glasses. I got some pens. I've got a lamp. I'm just going to take those things and put them where they go. And let's say you sit right there. You don't run around. You sit right there and you say, okay, this pen doesn't even work. Trash. This book actually goes to the library. Put away. This book goes on the shelf downstairs. This book I'm still reading. I'm going to leave that there. My glasses, they're just for reading. I like to keep them here on my side table. Leave that there. This mug can go in the put away and whatever else things I told you. Knickknacks. These knickknacks, it's just too much for this table. I just want a lamp, my book, my glasses. That's what I want. And this little coaster or whatever. Don't want a lot on there. And so you put the knickknacks in the put away if you still like them and you have a place for them. And then maybe you've got some trash on there, some balled up Kleenex or whatever. You put it in your garbage. Ding, time's up, 15 minutes. Or maybe you haven't spent 15 minutes yet. What are you going to do now? Open the drawer on the side table and start working on the drawer. Ding, halfway through, the timer goes off. Stop, shut the drawer, look at your table and say, good job. Look how nice that looks. I'm going to dust it real quick. That looks good. Okay. Now, and I don't mean that you're going to go get the pledge and deep clean it. No. You're just going to take a little cloth that you happen to have there by you and wipe it down, or you've got your feather duster, fluff it. That's it. Now you're going to say, okay, next time when I start in this room, I'm going to start on that drawer that I didn't finish. So tomorrow when I come in here, I'm going to finish that top drawer. And if I run out of things to do there, I'll go to the second drawer, or I'll go to another side table, or I'll go to the bureau or whatever. That's how you do it. And then you complete the process at the end of the 15 minutes. You take the trash to the big trash. You take the giveaway to the back of the car. Don't leave it in your house. Put it in the back of the car. Cover it up. And on Thursdays when you run errands, you take it to the giveaway. You heard me say this earlier if you were on earlier. And then the put away, you take the basket and you walk around your house saying, I see you and I have a place for you, and you put it in its place. If you don't have a place for it, then you have to create a place. But first you have to ask yourself 3 questions. Do I love it? Do I need it? And do I use it? There's actually a 4th question, and that is, do I want to keep it anyway? Sometimes you want to keep things anyway. Let's say it's something you love and you don't need and you don't use, but you could use it, and so you're going to keep it. And let's say it's a vase, a pretty vase, and you bought it when you were 18 years old, and you haven't done anything with it. It's just been sitting, collecting dust, and it's so pretty and it looks like springtime. You know what? I'm going to put this on my dining table in the spring and use it every spring and put this in my spring decorations. And so you arrange to use it, and then you can love it, need it, and use it. Okay? All right, so I hope I answered your question. Stop, because the whole purpose of this whole system is to retrain your brain and know that the tortoise wins, not the hare, and that the dripping of water is what wears away stone. And your hard stone habits are going to break by doing these little things, 15 minutes 4 times a week or 1 hour on Saturday of working on these little cluttered areas will eventually become uncluttered. Key to this is that you must do clutter stops 3 times a day. Clutter stops are super easy. You're just looking around to see what's out of place. And you see the magic words that Mr. B came up with, which are, I see you and I have a place for you. Because clutter stops are things you've already decluttered before. So you've already found a place for them. So if you walk into your living room and you see your son's shoes, you say, I see you and I have a place for you. Johnny, I see these shoes in the middle of the room and I know they belong someplace. Do you know where I told you they go? That's right. Take them now and put them away. And then you have to inspect what you expect. If it's your husband's shoes, you say, honey, I'm going to put your shoes in the closet where they go. And you go take them. You know, you don't want to boss them around. You just do that. It's not worth the effort. Just say, I'm going to put these up for you unless you want to, or something like that. Okay? All right. Let me see what I missed. Lots of questions. Oh, goody. Hold on. I'm getting there. So Eva, that was your question on the 15 minutes. Karen said, weekends for payroll. I tend to start slower on Saturday. I know what to do. I just need to be mentally ready. Yes, you have to, Karen, put it in your planner. Look at your planner the night before. You should be looking at your planner every morning and every night, getting your head ready, laying out your clothes for what you're going to need to do in the morning. And then when you get up in the morning, you do your morning routine, just like work. You don't start out slow and say, oh, it's Saturday, I'm just going to drink coffee, because guess what will happen? You're stealing your free time from later in the day, your fun time. You only have to work for 2 hours plus do a few little routines. That's it on Saturday. You don't have to work really hard. It's just 2 hours doing 2 different things. So you have to say, I'm going to get up at 6:30 like I always do. I'm going to do my morning routine. I'll be ready by 7. I'm going to wake the kids up at 7 and give them breakfast just like I always do. And then I'm going to start on my room. And I'm going to work for 1 hour in my room. And while I'm doing that, I'll let the kids do this, or I'll have my husband do this with the children, or the kids will help me. Now, they won't probably help you declutter private spaces, but they can help you on the weekly home blessing hour. So let them relax for an hour while you do your job, complete the process, and then call them in and let's do the weekly home blessing hour. You give somebody the garbage, you give somebody the dusting, and you give somebody the glass to clean the little spots on the glass. Remember, we're not deep cleaning. You're not spraying Windex all over the glass and using paper towels and cleaning the whole glass. You're using a damp microfiber towel to wipe off a fingerprint, or to wipe a few little splashes, or to wipe a nose print off of the sliding glass door. So that's like scavenger hunt for a little kid. Look for all the spots and wipe them off. A bigger kid can empty your little garbage cans. That's a quick and easy job, and put new liners in. What else? And if you have private things in your own personal bathroom, you don't let them empty that. You take care of that. What else do we have them doing? That glass. Oh, and dusting. You'll need a feather duster for this. A good feather duster. You can go to flylady.net and order one, or you can order a nice feather duster. Just look carefully, make sure it's a nice long handle, looks like it's well made, and it's made of ostrich feathers. You can buy those online on Amazon too. So a little feather duster is an easy way to dust. They don't have to move anything around. So kids can do that while you strip your bed, put your sheets in the washer, let your bed air out, and then later in the day when they're dry, put them back on your bed. And while you take care of the floors in your house, just like I talked to you about how Karen vacuumed 2 minutes a room, that's what you're going to do. If you don't have carpeted areas, you just have hard surfaces, then use a dust mop or a lightweight vacuum. But you're still, and with those, Hard surfaces, the dirt tends to go to the edges, so you're probably not so much on the middle, but more on the edges, but you're not mopping those places. You're just going to mop the kitchen and the bathrooms. 3 minutes in the kitchen, 2 minutes in each bathroom. Okay? Get up and get that done. All right, Mr. B, I saw you gave me $3. You're so
It's
crazy.
not $3. I'm giving you a thumbs up.
And $3. I saw the
Not
money.
getting that back.
You're not getting that back. That's mine. I always see the money. Okay,
You know where you are.
I do. So, Karen, jump on it. Self-discipline. You've got to do it. You can't lay around. My son runs. Hi, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to remember your first name, but I can't remember it. My first evening chat. Wow, thrilled to be here. Good to have you. And Nancy, are you in Hawaii right now? Or are you at home? Are you back home? Nancy's one of my 20%ers. Catherine Rouse. Hi, Kat. Kathy from Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm decluttering, but need your voice to encourage me to do a little more. Thank you, Kathy. Well, I'm encouraging you. Just do the job I tell you to do. Watch the Patreon. If you're not already a patron, I would suggest the $5 a month. Watch that Patreon video Monday through Friday. I tell you exactly what to do that day. Exactly. And if you just do that, that's all you have to do. And I give all the different scenarios. If you have kids, if you're homeschooling, if you go to work, I've got a plan for you. It's all going to be rolled out every single morning, Monday through Friday. Okay? All right, Catherine. Kathy. Lita, I'm a renter and my landlord informed me last week that he is selling the property, so I have to move. I don't know where or when. I'm trusting God on that. I have 11 years worth of clutter. How? Okay, well, here's what you have to do. Ready? 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 Get boxes, get packing tape, get markers, permanent markers, get wrapping material. That's what you need. Now, get a plan. If you don't have a plan, you are going to end up packing clutter and taking it to your new place. So you're going to have a plan, and your plan is, what are you going to do? Which room are you going to work in first? I would suggest that you work in the kitchen, getting those things you rarely use packed first. I would ask first of all, before anything, ask the landlord when. That's important to know. Is it going to be a month? Or is it going to be 3 months? Because that landlord probably knows. Or she may say, I've just put it up for sale. Well, then if she's just put it up for sale, it might sell pretty quickly. But then as soon as it's sold, she should be able to tell you when the closing is going to be. So I would pretend it's going to happen pretty soon. And so I would say within a month. So what you want to do is have a plan. Write down your plan. Your plan would be, I'm going to pack the things that I don't use in the kitchen first, but I know I will use, like my Thanksgiving platter, things you know you're going to use, but you don't use all the time. Your Christmas dishes, whatever you've got like that. Second, I'm going to pack all the linens that I'm not using. I'm going to pack my clothes that are out of season. I'm going to pack the guest room things. Maybe you've got a sewing machine and things like that. Stop doing projects now. You're going to start packing. No more crafting. As you're packing, here's what you're to do. Pack things that you know that you will love, use, and need. You don't necessarily have to love it, as long as you use and need it. If you have 3 pizza cutters, you only need 1. If you have 2 can openers, you only need 1. Pick the best one. If you have 5 baking trays, maybe are you baking that often? Maybe you just need 2. Really ask your honest questions to yourself, and then you're going to need every day when you're doing this a bag, a box, and a basket, so that you know you're going. The basket means you need to pack it. The box means you need to give it away, and the bag means it needs to go away. And you probably have a lot of trash in there too, so you're going to have to get the trash out and throw it away. What I suggest you do is tape it up, label it, and then on the side of the box and on the top of the box, and maybe on the other side, write 2 or 3 major things that are in that box. Crock pot, Instant Pot. If it's fragile, write fragile, fragile. Draw up arrows like that, up arrows. You want it to be up, this side up, and make sure whoever moves it knows that they can't stack on that fragile box. Fragile boxes go on the top or in the back of the car, depending on how fragile. I hope this helps. That's a real quickie answer, but that's what the answer is. And you have to do it no matter how much you hate to do it. You have to do it. And guess what? When you do that, that hard work you do will so pay off when you get your new house. Okay, Lita? Or your new apartment. Lisa, hi, Lisa. Cassidy said, advice for kids' rooms. I have a toy system, but the kids, girls 6 and 8, can't keep it up. I had the toys organized in boxes. Girl, please. You cannot organize kids' toys. They don't play that way. Kids want their stuff in general areas, like their dolls, their their puzzles, their, you can't say, okay, this is where the farm goes, and we make sure we put all the animals and all the things from the farm in the farmhouse. I used to do that. It's crazy because it'll happen for you. You'll get it decluttered in the way you want and all organized and crazy, and then they'll take it and dump it on the floor. So in general, it goes in a toy box or on a shelf, but don't worry about all those individual shelves saying your Legos go here, and Legos might have to go there, but it just can't be so finitely divided. It has to be more grossly divided. One suggestion for Legos, if that is an issue, or maybe you have some other little toys that your girls play with. Did you say you have girls? If you have Legos, any of you out there, my sister Patty did this with her son, and I thought it was brilliant. You just get a big sheet and you let them play on the Legos on the floor on the sheet. When they're done, they pick up the four corners, they pull it up, and they've got their little Santa sack, and they go drop it in a laundry basket and put the tops of the sheet on top. When they're ready to play again, they take the sheet, put it on the floor, spread it out, and their Legos are already there. You don't step on Legos in the middle of the night. Nobody's running around trying to pick up Legos. It's all there, and they can do it themselves. I thought that was brilliant. Okay, let's see what else we've got. So that was my friend in Korea, Cassidy. So that's girls 6 and 8. So that's it. You don't give them a real definite place to put things. Just in general, books go here, dolls go here, dress up clothes go here. Just big bunches, not little things. Okay. All right. Good evening, Lisa Chapman. Patricia said, thank you. I'll start again tomorrow. It's so frustrating that I get sidetracked and want to keep going. A plan is required for all things, and that way you're in charge. The plan will keep you in charge. Hi, BB. Caitlin said, hi, Kat. I'm so excited to see you live. Thank you, Caitlin. Ginger was here. Hi, Ginger. Marty said, give a thumbs up and choose live chat. Thank you, Marty. So happy to catch you live. Thank you, Ginger. Mr. B said, let's roll. Actually, that's our other channel. Let's roll with Kat and Mr. B is our RV channel that we don't do too much on yet. But lots of old things on there are fun to look at. Anita Dotson. Hi, Anita. Good evening. I'm glad you caught us too. Poor but clean. First time here. All this is so new to me. Recovering from laziness. Love all you ladies of the cleaning community. So many different useful tips. Thank you. Well, we're happy to have you here. And if you give me your name, I'll call you by name. I needed this side of YouTube as well as at Tortured Soul. I feel like I'm regaining my femininity. Oh, isn't that interesting? That's a very interesting point. Well, it's my first time in one of Kat's live streams too. Cassidy said, thank you. I have a son that has Legos, so we'll use that too. Good. Susan Chandler, nice to see you again after so many years away. Hi, Susan. Adela Schwartz, hello. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes. I'm going to go 15 minutes more. If you have any questions, like I've already been answering, I'll be happy to answer those. As you may or may not know, my channel is called How to Decluttering Your Life by Kat, and I use the Flylady system. But I think that I've used the Flylady system for a long time. I was a Flylady with actually the Flylady, teaching that system to women, and I mentor women. I've been doing it for 6 years. I also mentored women and men when I worked in corporate. I had a whole group of people who worked for me. So I've mentored people for a long time. I'm a good teacher. And I've taken the Flylady system and made it very simple to follow. Very simple. And I'll give you an example. I use a system called the 3-layer cake. 3-layer cake. The first layer is your routines. The second layer is your basic weekly plan. The third layer is your zone. So those 3 things, and then you have decluttering, those, I call them clutter stops. They call them on the Flylady system fire drills. I don't believe in fire drills. I believe that you learn habits. When you recreate habits, you won't have to do a fire drill and have a quote hot spot. You'll just clean up as you go along, and you'll say, I see you have a place for you. Let me put you in that place. And you know what? I'm not going to be able to talk for 15 minutes because my battery is telling me it's about to go. So I'm going to have to go very shortly. I have 5 more minutes. I'm going to wind it up in 5 minutes. It's now gone. It used up. Sorry. Anyway, so we've got 5 minutes and hope I don't lose you. Dickie said, this is such a treat. Thank you. So thanks for the advice. You're welcome, Lita. I'm glad you appreciated that. Anything else? Anyone else have a question? So anyway, if you haven't already, watch my channel, and I have lots of ways to help you clean and use the Flylady system that really work. And I am a sidetracked person just like you. I am not a born organized teaching you how to do something that I can't use in my own life because I'm not ADD, because most of the Flylady system was designed by an ADD person for ADD people. And so if you feel like you might have a little ADD, even though you were never diagnosed, you know, if you have a squirrel brain, you know, if you can't focus, you know, if you have to ask like when Larry reads the Bible to me in the morning, I always have to have him repeat the first line again, because it takes me a bit for my mind to get there and really pay attention. And that's a little ADD. So we're a little sidetracked. Some of us are very sidetracked. Some of us need medicine. And that's okay. We're perfectly wonderful people. We just have to have a different way of doing things. So I feel like I'm really qualified to teach you to do those things. Okay. Hi, DJ. You're originally from New York City, just learning so many different things, from homemade vinegar to canning. I found you through Inspired by Nikki. Life is different where we come from. Yes, and I'm sure it is different up there, DJ, in Harlem. But you know what? Life is wonderful everywhere you live. You can make your life wonderful no matter where you live. I know you don't live in Harlem anymore, or I don't believe you do, but you know you did. And so maybe you're learning homemaking skills that you never needed in that area, and now you do. So that's good. You can learn lots of things through YouTube, but if you want to learn how to declutter your home and keep it clean, this is the place you want to be. Not just this video, but my channel in general. And then if you feel like you need personal mentoring, I would suggest you go to patreon.com and look at the different levels that you can have, especially the $5 level. Just the $5 level would be so helpful for you, because I tell you what to do every single day, 5 days a week. Okay? And welcome, DJ. I'm so happy to have you here. Okay, Diane, this has been great. Thanks. You're welcome. Hey, new subscriber. I just came from your friend, from your friends Jenna Talia. Ooey, that's not nice.
What?
That's ugly. Take him off.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's very nasty.
That's very nasty.
Kathy Jones.
I'm
I'm
so
so
innocent.
innocent too. I'm so innocent. I just read anything.
I know.
Welcome,
I
DJ.
thought,
You'll learn so much from Kat and Nikki. Thank you. And Nikki is such a sweetheart.
yeah,
I love Nikki, and I also love, if you haven't ever watched her, I love, well, there's two I'm going to tell you about. I love Jennifer L. Scott in The Daily Connoisseur. She's a wonderful woman. She's calm. She's peaceful. That's the way I want you to be. And of course, my dear precious friend, Kimmy Hughes from She's in Her Apron, who designed the planner that we use now, the She's in Her Apron planner. And I gave one away on my membership group last month. And Christina already has it and sent me a picture of it. So exciting. Okay, girls, that's it for the evening. Wait, what? We have one more? This has been great. Dickie said, Kat, John has to repeat that to me too. I know. That's because we're sidetracked. There's the mentoring channel again. Hey, Bobby. I'm sorry you weren't here earlier. DJ said, I believe you, Kathy Jones. Nikki is changing my life. I was so depressed until I found all these new ladies. We're so happy to have you. And I love She's in Her Apron. That's wonderful, DJ. We're so happy to have you as part of our group. All right, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you have a great evening and a wonderful day tomorrow, and you just recommit and rediscipline yourself to do the things. Amanda says, thanks for the chat, Kat. It was nice listening to you, and well, I did my evening routine. Yay, Lisa, y'all have a wonderful night. Diane said, thanks, Mr. B. Okay, guys, love you very much. Have a wonderful day, and see you tomorrow on Patreon if you're there. Bye.